This is AI Jim Ross, and you're about to listen to Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast. This show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't be a slapdick and get offended by anything on this show. And hey, slap nuts, if you do get offended, that's a you problem.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Booking the Territory unprofessional wrestling podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Missy, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast, where today we're covering WCW Saturday Night on TBS from December the 19th, 1992. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on the video. And lastly, type a couple comments with what you liked or didn't like or hated about the episode or what you loved about the episode. It definitely helps this channel grow. Those algorithms like that type of thing. And it makes Harper very, very happy when you do such things. Speaking of Harper, he is back from suspension after Bill Watts suspended him last week. Harper, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Son of a bitch. That guy's an asshole.
Doc, any thoughts on that?
I'll let him speak for himself because I have a feeling we might all be in trouble. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. I have a feeling we have some shenanigans such that we may not even get to cover the real show tonight. We'll see how that goes. Mike, I got to tell you, just for the people real quick, hockey season's over now. Our team got knocked out, so we can go back to not watching hockey. My little Dallas Mavericks are in the NBA Finals. So when you hear this, hopefully I'll be a lot happier. But I'm real excited about that. That's coming up. And by the time people hear this, the Canadian Football League will have kicked off. And our Blue Bombers start the league this week. Is that correct?
Yes, you just put a curse on them because you are now interested in the CFL. Now they'll suck after many years of going to the Grey Cup and winning championships and easily playoff bound and number one seed. Now that Doc's on board with them, it'll fall apart, of course. Just like
I'm here
How
to
many
spread.
teams they have in the Canadian Football League? Can't be a lot, huh?
It's not.
Like 10?
It's only 9, and they've been talking about expanding to one more. So it's really weird because you only got 9 teams. So you basically got 2 divisions or 2 conferences, depending on how you want to look at it. And they play 18 games, so they play each other a lot. Yeah, they play each other a lot, and it's really, really interesting because, man, you'd think, oh, these teams will get to know, they'll know each other, and it's just really weird. The rivalries are pretty intense because they play each other so much. I mean, just imagine like the Falcons and Saints, Harper, playing like 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy because you play so much.
Do they have to get on those ice road trucks and get in the back of that to get to the games, or how does that work?
I think they got a little bit more money than that.
Okay.
Didn't they try to have American teams?
They did.
One time?
Mid-90s, they did.
Yeah, it didn't last.
2 seasons. It lasted, and that was it. Actually, from a financial standpoint, I think I've read that it actually helped the league in Canada in terms of money, but from an American standpoint, it was not a success.
That sucks.
Shreveport had a team, Shreveport Pirates, I believe it was.
God damn, way the fuck down in Shreveport?
Yeah, they had a Shreveport team. Baltimore had a team that I believe they called the Colts, and then they got sued by the NFL, and then they became the Baltimore CFLs, and I believe they won the championship that year. They were the Baltimore CFLs. It was a fiasco, but Yeah, NFL Hogan finger wave the CFL, but yeah, they were in the States for a couple of years, and then they
imagine that
abandoned.
flight from Shreveport up to Toronto, bro.
How about to Winnipeg or Vancouver? Winnipeg or British Columbia?
Is it any worse than the Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers playing in hockey, the Stanley Cup? That's a hell of a trip,
Harper,
all the way from South Florida.
Did you see the Edmonton Oilers fan that took off her shirt at the game?
No.
You didn't see that video?
But you might want to look that up.
Oh shit, we might
Harper,
lose power.
What's wrong? Bad weather?
She was real proud of herself. So let's get to, in case we lose Harper, we can review without him, but we can't shenanigan that without him. Harper, I think you've had the word relayed to you that we are now in a state of banning the coyote. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, because they don't
Really?
make good pets. Because they can't be domesticated.
Okay.
So stick to your labradoodles and your or whatever your wife comes home with.
But I mean, more so on the show, they've been.
Oh.
Yeah, Bill Watts banned coyotes. He banned you messing with coyotes. He hates Wildcat. Wants to know if it's a zoo or not. He's mad at you for missing the show last week.
That guy's an asshole.
No, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Did you?
He took the fucking pads out from the floors, and he took the carpet out, so now it's just floors.
Did he make Luke respond to fan mail?
Yeah.
That's great. I've been putting that AI JR bit at the end of every episode. I hope people are DMing Luke, and he's like, "What the piss are you talking about?"
All right, so you have some more audio for us this week. I think we have more from the commish. Is that true?
Yeah, Bill Watts is pissed with me and you, so let's go to that audio now. Here it is.
Let me tell you two little slapdicks something. I heard what you little pussies said last week. You think you're fucking funny, but you ain't fucking funny, and somebody needs to tell you all that. D-Man was right about you clowns and buffoons. Don't you ever laugh at me about handing out fines ever again. I'm banning laughing at Bill Watts. Just like I banned the reptile and banned the coyote, I am banning laughing and criticizing Bill Watts on this show moving forward. If you 2 or 3 slapnuts criticize my booking or laugh at anything I book on these shows, you are being fined $69,000 per incident. That goes for the main eventers and the JV Goon Squad. Now, you test me if you want, but if you so much as break my rule about critiquing me, I am going to fine you and slap the dog fuck out of all of you.
So miserable, isn't he?
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with him?
Harper, hit the tagline.
Book it, bitch.
AI Bill Watts is at it again, everybody.
Yeah, go back to Oklahoma, asshole.
He's trying to kill this territory like he killed WCW.
All right.
Pissing off the balcony.
What?
Well, I don't know what that means.
Oh, you know what that means?
Pissing off the balcony?
Yeah, that's what Eric Bischoff says. Like, that was the finals. He would have just piss off the balcony at the CNN building.
I don't think.
You never heard?
Yes, but I think there's some other reasons he didn't last.
Well, yeah, but that was one of them. He would just piss off the balcony at the CNN building.
Pretty sure running afoul of Hank Aaron was a problem too.
Yeah, I was to say that was a big issue. being a racist prick didn't sit well either.
The guy. What the fuck?
You broke up. What'd you say?
And then the guy's down a hall from you. You know?
Right.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so are you under a thunderstorm watch there, Harper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, so
I hope I don't get electrocuted.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be good.
That would be good. No, it wouldn't.
I said it wouldn't be good, dumbass.
Oh, okay.
I bet we'll get a lot of clicks for that.
Here, third-rate podcast
gets electrocuted.
Get electrocuted on air.
AI, fucking Bill Watts. What?
Now, Come. Okay, so what do you want to do next, Mike? You had a 5-star review, didn't you? Do you need to shout some folks out? What are we doing?
I want you to let's talk to Harper in case he does get kicked off with his with this thunderstorm, bad
Harper,
storm rolling through.
Why do you
had
not
a couple
like
things.
Why do you not like flip-flops? Why do you get upset with people who want to
Here's
just
the thing. I got nothing against flip-flops, but it's where you fucking wear them.
Okay, so let's dig in.
Yes.
Where should you wear them?
Biloxi or in a public fucking shower. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Don't wear that shit in the goddamn fucking store. I can't stand. Do you know how disgusting the fucking floor is, bro? In any business.
I was at a beach soccer tournament last weekend, and there were porta potties. And they were I've been to concerts, I've been to things. It was the absolute nastiest porta potty I've ever been around. And I saw people climbing in there in their flip-flops because we were at the beach.
That's fucking dude. The only thing separating your toes from that fucking Toxic Avenger shit was like 3 inches of fucking foam, bro.
I wouldn't have said 3. I'd have said 1.5 inches if you're lucky. And if something starts splashing, you don't have any hope.
Damn, dude. That's fucking... What the fuck?
So, do you equate also that a backwards ball cap with the flip-flops is a sin, or just the...
Well, it's spray it, and then the thing I can't stand is when you wear socks.
What is that?
With the flip flops. So you took enough time to put socks on, but you're like, nah, I'm not putting shoes on. I'm gonna put these fucking flip flops on. What the fuck?
This is so. Harper and I got on this topic when I was in New Orleans. We were talking about it. This is the thing that gets me, and you can tell me I'm a whack job all you want. I'm like Harper. I got nothing against flip-flops. I got a pair of what they call slides. I wear them when
I wear them too, like to go put the garbage out.
Right, stuff like that.
Check the mail. Yeah.
But so I'm talking to Harper and I go, bro, you know what always gets me and why I don't wear flip-flops in public? And I said, Harper, what happens if I have to fucking run from something? And he goes, bro, you ain't lying. And I'm sorry.
Like fucking Fred Flintstone running down a goddamn fucking street with no fucking shoes and stepping on God knows what, bro. If some motherfucker's chasing you, just start throwing thumbtacks down on the fucking ground. Like a fucking ninjas used to do. Just start throwing them fucking thumbtacks down, bro.
Mine was that, and also if I went out and, like you said, you have to go to a public bathroom.
Oh God.
No.
Right. Dude. I see it every day. I go to Walmart, I look in the stall, and there's someone taking a shit, and I see flip-flops, bro. I'm thinking, you fucking gross mother. First of all, why didn't you shit before you left the fucking house? I never fucking got that shit. Why didn't you shit before you left the fucking house, you suck? Where would you rather shit? The comfort of your own fucking toilet? Fucking digging through your phone and just sitting there doing your thing? Or in the goddamn public restroom at fucking Walmart, bruh? Wearing flip-flops, you fucking idiots, bruh.
Yeah, but that restroom is cleaned, every other hour.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Bruh, if they put a quarter thing on that fucking door, you could buy 10 fucking Escalades at the end of the fucking day, bruh. I don't fucking get it. Why is it like a magnet? Like, you gotta shit at Walmart. You gotta shit at Walmart. Bruh, I don't fucking get it, bruh.
Well, weren't you taking a dump that time?
Is, dude, I can go in there at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. There's someone in there taking a fucking shit, bruh. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bruh?
Didn't you take a dump one time? Because you started telling us about the sewer backing up.
Michael, I have to go into all these stores, so I'm forced to be in there.
Okay, maybe they are too.
Maybe those are little Harpers out in the community.
I'm forced to go to all these fucking stores. So where else am I going to shit at? You just left the house 20 minutes ago, motherfucker. You had to shit then?
You can't say that. That could have been their last errand of like 10. And
no, fuck them.
Okay, well.
All right. So, not only does he not like flip-flops, if you're taking a dump with flip-flops on, even worse. Son of a bitch.
Worse, bro. I don't get the flip-flop thing with socks, bro. You took time to put socks on, but you can't put shoes on.
I told you about that, Mike. Lights off, socks on.
Oh, yeah.
And then you ever wonder why, out of all the species of beings on this planet, human beings are the only ones that can't walk around barefoot, bro? Let that shit fucking sink in. Maybe we are from fucking aliens, bro.
I've never considered it.
I did. Think about it. Every other species on this planet just walks around with no barefoot, from a fucking gorilla to a fucking grasshopper. We're the only motherfuckers that got to put shit on our feet to walk around. Let that shit sink in.
I would
Why
imagine,
is that, bro?
Well, I would say it's because we domesticated ourselves first.
Okay, so we went from like coyotes to the labradoodle.
Yeah, exactly. Except for the Latina who is still out there hanging, you know.
Yeah,
for real.
Trying to eat your cat at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Okay. So
you gotta now. Okay, we settled the flip flop debate.
I got something
Buc-ee's.
else. What is this you telling people online about Lance Von Erich owning a Buc-ee's?
It was Adias.
Brian Adias. I got the person wrong. I don't know why I was thinking Lance Von Erich.
It was Brian Adias. Bro, like, I just see people post just, perfect example, that fucking Me Toons thing, right? We're not going to fucking get it in fucking New Orleans, which pisses me off. Y'all are going to get it because I looked at the fucking schedule, the fucking channels. Y'all are some fucking Lake Dallas. I didn't know they got a lake in fucking Dallas, but it's just Lake Dallas. Y'all are going to fucking get it / Fort Worth. So fucking y'all are going to get it. Nowhere in fucking Louisiana is going to get fucking Me Toons, which pisses me
What are we
the
talking
fuck
about?
Off. Me Toons, bruh.
Don't get mad at me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell them what Me Toons is, and then we'll get back to Brian Adias.
Leave me alone.
You know that channel Me TV? It's an antenna channel. Well, there's an antenna channel called Me TV, right? That plays all the old, Bonanza or whatever, those old TV
sounds
shows.
Awful.
Well, they're coming out with the Me Toons channel. That's 24 hours of the classic cartoons like Yogi Bear and the Flintstones and Bugs Bunny and so on. 24 fucking hours. So it's going to be like Cartoon Network 30 fucking years ago. And I couldn't wait for this shit. It ain't going to happen here. Just pisses me off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you're welcome to come up and stay. I'm sure, what you do is you go stay with Mike until Sasha gets mad, and then he can come over here until Mrs. Dodd gets
leave?
mad.
The fuck Captain Planet's about to come on. Shut up, lady.
We didn't really discuss an exit plan, but yeah.
So anyway, dude.
Okay.
Well, I saw the reason why they did that was because the ratings, because they show cartoons on the Me TV, and the ratings for those cartoons was doing better than like Seinfeld and Friends fucking reruns and shit.
Let me tell you something. Let me give you a story. About a year and a half ago, Cartoon Network, whatever. No, one of the shits we got, I don't know. Anyway, they would show at night. They would show Looney Tunes, and then they would show Tom and Jerry. I'm not a big Tom and Jerry fan. Whatever, it's not the worst. But I grabbed the kids and I said, y'all need to see these Looney Tunes. And usually when that happens, I would get a reaction like, shut up, old man. My kids sat down and watched Looney Tunes and looked at me and said, "Where has this been all of our lives?" Both of them. They said, "Why aren't cartoons like this today?" And for like weeks, my daughter would come in and go, "Is Looney Tunes on? Can we watch? Can we watch?" I was like, when something is that old and goes through 3 or 4 generations and holds up, that's some real shit right there.
They got them on HBO Max.
Yeah, I know.
That. Yeah. But you know what? They made new ones, right?
Yeah.
And they took this shotgun away from Elmer Fudd.
Well, that's just great. We're canceling Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I got a question for you, though, Harper.
Can we get back to Brian Adias?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Adias. Right. So I'm in all these, these wrestling Facebook pages like everyone else is. I'm in a million of these like world class memories or whatever. And someone's put whatever happened to Brian Adias. I'm like, this motherfucker keeps putting this shit in here. Where did Brian Adias? I'm thinking, bitch, you got Google, motherfucker? Look him up. So finally, I said, "Oh, he owns a Buc-ee's in Denton." And then he's like, "Oh, really? I didn't know that." I was like, "Yeah, he bought a couple of years ago." "Oh, what?" And everyone's like, "No, he doesn't." I said, "Yes, he does." And then I go online, and there's one in Denton, and I share the picture. It's like, this is it right here. It's the one he owns. And they're like, "Really? I didn't know that." Yeah. He's been owning it for now a good couple of years now.
Harper's right there explaining why the internet has ruined the entire world.
Right, he's trolling people in Facebook groups, telling them Brian Adias owns a Buc-ee's in Denton, Texas. He goes and grabs a picture, and that's supposed to be proof, as he posted in the comments. Yes, he does own one. Look, this is it. Like
it's right here.
Right. Like he's supposed to believe it because he said it and posted a picture. If that's not everything wrong with 2024, I don't know what else is.
Wow.
There's people like, "Oh, well, good for him." Yeah.
Right. And Harper's egging it on. People keep coming back. "Man, you don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot." He's like, "No, I'm not. I got proof."
Just right here. I want to ask him.
He's being a troll.
Ask for Brian.
Yeah. Ask for Brian.
Go in there and ask.
Wear the Adidas.
Okay, Doc, you had another question? What else you were about to say?
I just can't believe that Harper got his name right and didn't call him Brian Adias.
Yeah.
He'd get a pass because the first time he was ever announced in like 1982 in World Class, they called him Adidas. They never said Adias at first.
All right, so Harper, everybody here needs to know what you think of the recent story that's come out that Missy Hyatt and JR were knocking boots.
That's good for them.
That's it?
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that he kayfabed it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think they were fucking back in the day.
Okay.
If you ask me.
Like UWF?
Right. Maybe the UWF or during WCW. Then he's like, "Well, I'm bored and I'm sitting here watching Oklahoma lose to Texas again. I want to hit up Missy."
Think about having that in your options.
Missy Hyatt.
I'll just call up Missy, see what she's doing.
Yeah.
I did get some audio from AI Jim Ross about this.
Oh God.
Oh. You think he was in those Civil War reenactments with her?
Well, I can't say that, but here's the audio. It's not long.
Ha 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 ha. Did you hear what she said? I think Missy said it right. We rocked each other's world.
Well, that was quick and to the point.
Yeah. You
Well, that
around like
you think,
with the musket.
You think he wore the hat, the black hat?
Yeah. And like, business is about to pick up. Charge.
Oh God, that's so dirty.
We're not.
Oh man,
That's not nice.
Hey, good for JR, man. Look, the man lost his wife. I mean,
yeah.
I looked for
the. Wants to go fucking enjoy some Missy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
2 years too.
100%.
I looked for the audio from it because they said it was on the Cafe de Renee podcast, which I found that podcast, but I couldn't find a Missy episode. So I don't know if it's hidden within another episode. So I have no clue. I wanted to actually, not that I'd believe it nowadays with all this AI stuff that everybody does, including us, but I wanted to hear Missy say it. That way I could be like, no, she really said it. She said it happened, but you know, whatever.
Maybe someone said to delete it. Who knows?
Here's the thing.
Maybe.
Like we said, if they're two consenting adults,
right,
and they weren't messing with the service industry people or young or women or pets or little kids, then they're free to do what they want.
That's
now,
right.
What made me a little nervous and a little cringy was now looking back on hindsight at some of those Blue Chew commercials where JR would say, I had a little action this weekend.
Uh-oh.
And I was always wondering what he meant because his wife just died. And I was like, trying to piece it all together. And I think I got it all pieced together.
Oh, you was piecing it all right.
You like Scooby-Doo, solving mysteries.
That's right. I'm solving sexual mysteries.
Wow. All right.
Did you have a 5-star review you wanted to read us, Mike?
Yeah, it's actually, this one's pretty lengthy, so bear with me. This is from a gentleman by the name of Samcrow. He says, I listened through Spotify.
You know where that's from, right?
No.
It was the name of the motorcycle gang on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh. Okay. I've watched the sequel to that.
The Sultans or whatever.
What the hell was
it? Was with the Mexican gang?
Yeah, and it's good. Oh my God.
I never watched
it's good.
We never got around to seeing it because youth soccer took over my life. But yeah, the Mayans, is that it?
Yeah, Mayans MC. It's good, dude. Oh my God, it's good. And I kept saying I was going to go back because I started Sons of Anarchy years ago. I kept saying I was going to go back and watch it. I'm going to do it, but you know, it's time commitment at some point.
It's good, and then it gets kind of hokey, but it's all right.
Okay. So this is from Samcrow. He says, I listen through Spotify, and so I don't have the means of writing a 5-star review through the normal ways, and I don't use Facebook because I consider social media a plague. Well, you are a very intelligent man.
He's a smart fella.
Yeah, I hope this is all right, although this is my email. I don't really have a name I go by, but you fellas can call me Samcrow, I suppose. Just please don't read my email out loud. No problem. I got to thank you fellas for doing the podcast, whether it's Mike being the professional one, Doc being the sarcastic one, or Harper just being Harper. Harper is the best part of the show. Got to admit that. You get a perfect blend of funny banter and good wrestling opinions. Between Jim and Brian, good old Dutch, and you three, I get through the week easily. I started listening a year ago and have been catching up from the very beginning ever since. I have been a wrestling fan my whole life and love the 90s the best. You fellas have brought back a love for wrestling I forgot I had. I wish I had a couple of bucks. I wish I had a couple buds to do a podcast with like y'all do, because man, I love hanging out, saying stupid crap and watching some good old wrestling. But sadly, got no buds who love to do the same thing, let alone do a podcast. But hey, I got you guys. Hope one day I can take a trip across the country to a Wildcat show, hang with you fellas in person. And Doc, I know you're going to suggest I sub to Patreon, but my response to that is, it must be nice to have money. Honestly, tell me what that's like, Doc. And he put a little smiley face in there, and it says, thank you whether or not you read this on air. I look forward to listening to more episodes. Can't wait for you to get to Nitro and the Monday Night Wars, and I can't wait not only for Nitro but the Dungeon of Doom days and that stupidity, because I think there's some gold to mine there. Anyway, thank you, Samcrow, for the 5-star review via email, since you don't use Podcast Addict or Apple Podcasts. And I know you can rate the show on Spotify, but it does not. I know it doesn't allow you at this time to post comments. It just lets you do with a star rating thing. So there's that. Thanks, Samcrow, for the email and review.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Here's the thing, Mike and I talk about it. We were poor, and we're not rich, but we're not poor. And I don't know that I could do it again. So if you're out there struggling, hopefully this podcast helps. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. you always do the star rating thing, not the Von Erich thing.
Absolutely.
What's his email, Mike?
I'm not giving that out on air, Harper.
Come on.
Right. So
clearly
so
said
here's
don't
don't do
give
that.
it out on air.
Don't do that. So here's the thing. We ate at I forget, not too long ago. We were trying to get something to eat. It was a hurry, and we got Burger King.
Oh wow.
And I don't know about you, Mike, but I don't just choose to eat at Burger King. I
still
that.
don't. To this day. To this day, I still don't. I worked there for too long. It's not that I won't eat it. It's just not a place I go, oh, I want Burger King.
Right. So we got it because it was like we needed to eat, and there was one, and I was tired of listening to it. So, okay. My daughter was like, this is delicious. How come we don't go here more often? And
Oh, my God.
I was like, if you don't shut your damn mouth, you're grounded and cut off. I can't. And the truth of the matter is, it's not bad. As far as like fast food goes, the burgers are actually probably better than some other places.
I think it's better than McDonald's.
Oh, 100%. But I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't eat that like on a daily basis anymore, bro. I mean, that would kill my stomach, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know how that guy. I saw where the guy died. Just the supersize me guy.
Get cancer.
Yeah, I'm thinking that is for a month. He ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner was fast food, bro. That shit had to get horrible after a hamburger. What the fuck, dude?
McGriddle.
Right. Egg McMuffin, hamburger, egg McMuffin, hamburger. Fuck.
When I go to New Orleans and I'm on the road, it's like that those weekends, because you're just going. I eat fast food. I don't eat a lot of fast food usually. I mean, maybe on the weekends, one meal, but not a lot. And man, when I'm on the road, because it's a long drive there going, and then hotel room living, whatever, for a weekend. Man, I can't. My stomach's hurting by day 1.5. I'm like, ugh.
You need to get your kid and use sports and get your stomach strong again, because we do it way too much, and it's
no thanks.
Man, by Monday when we're done with soccer, I'm like, can I have a salad or maybe an orange or something?
Give me something with some nutrition.
Yeah. Hey man, we've been here for damn near 40 minutes. Maybe we should talk about some wrestling. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to do that. So I'm going to share my screen. Before I do that, just want to remind everyone, Samcrow talked about not being a patron, but if you have the ability, please consider becoming one by going to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That is tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. You get tons of extra content, over 400 Patreon exclusive episodes, including all of our Clash of the Champions that we've done to date, all of the WCW pay-per-views. You also get the NWA Power shows with Sparks and a Little Fella Half Pint. You get the ECW shows with the JV Goon Squad, Mike Prue, JV, and Rick Beebe. All of that available on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT, and the World Class shows with Lance and I are available there. Doc, hold on one second. I'm going to share this screen. I was trying to click it. It wouldn't let me. Oh, there it is.
Hey, so we're getting close to Starrcade here. We got one more episode before Starrcade after this one. What's the date on this one, Mike?
December 19th, 1992. But let me get the can y'all see the video? I wanted to make sure before I get it started.
Yeah, you got Rick.
So I'm in college right now. I'm probably getting ready to come home, get them finals out of the way, come home.
Yeah, we just lost Harper.
Oh shit.
Wonder what happened.
Let me check out the weather down there and see if he's dead.
If you're just watching the video version of this, Harper's got some extremely bad weather blowing through. So he was with us for the intro. So make sure you check out the free feed if you're only listening to this on Patreon, which is the video review portion.
Special weather statement. That can't be. Oh, wait. Here's a massage ad. Oh, there's another ad.
Well, Doc, you text him to see how he's doing while I get us into this episode that we're about to do. That sound good? So stop. Don't talk out loud.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hold on to your butt. Okay.
Nuts. All right, so video version is rolling. Like I said, we think we lost Harper due to the weather, but we're not sure. We're trying to get him back on. Anyway, this is December 19th, 1992, Saturday night on TBS. We just did about 35 to 40 minutes before we got into this with Harper on a lot of audio gold. It was a lot of fun, but this week's episode was taped December 7th, 92 at Center Stage. This is the first half of the taping from that day. As the show kicks off, Larry Zbyszko in... Oh, there he is.
What the
All right.
bro?
Did your internet cut out?
No, Skype just said fuck you.
Oh, that again.
Yeah.
Sir, have you restarted your computer?
Dude, I restarted this motherfucker 50 million times.
All right. This week's episode was taped December 7th, 1992 at Center Stage. It's the first half of the taping. Larry Zbyszko and Jim Ross open the show. They briefly discuss what happened with Dustin and Barry from last week. And Larry Zbyszko is, I think he's good during these segments opening the show. I really like him on commentary. I don't know
Harper,
what he's got on his tie. I'll let Harper try to figure that out.
What is that tie? Those coffee mugs?
That's what I thought it was.
Drums?
I mean, just glancing at it, I thought it was Iron Man, but I know it's not fucking Iron Man. I don't know what the hell it is. Zoom in, Mike. With
Can't
your finger.
zoom in.
And it's on a black shirt and a black jacket, too.
What a fucking idiot.
Leave Larry alone.
Come on, man.
When did he turn? When did Zbyszko turn into Jim Barnett in that skit, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is that? Dude, I'm not...
I spent a long time trying to figure this out.
Is it space themed?
I can't tell.
It was coffee mugs, dude. Don't ask me.
Mugs.
It might be a spaceship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it now. It does look like a goddamn coffee mug. Yeah, I see it. What the... Oh. It does look like a goddamn... What the...
Or like a marimba or some sort of standing drum.
As we always say, Harper notices the little thing.
Look at his knot, too. The knot on that tie's crazy because it's the
That
color.
does not sound good. Look at his knot.
Look at the knot on this guy.
Look at his knot. There went the new listener of the week if they made it to minute 35.
So, yeah.
All right. Anyway, they throw to a recap of the brawl at the end of last week's show with Barry and Dustin. If you recall, Barry came out, kind of deserved a fine. Him and Steamboat start getting ready to swing some chairs. Anyway, lots of shenanigans at the end of last week's episode when Dustin went to hit Barry, and then they start brawling as we went off air. So there was that. We talked about that last week at length, though, Doc, so we'll keep going. But they're generating some heat with these guys at this point. We then go to the first match, which is going to be Brian Pillman versus Ricky Steamboat. I don't really have a lot of notes from this, Doc, except for the finish, which, boy, that was weird. Let me go to you and just kind of see what you got from Pillman versus Steamboat.
I know you probably can't play it, but Steamboat's music is god awful.
My God.
What's it sound like?
I'm going to play it, Harper, and then so for YouTube, I may have to edit it out. He's a family man. And
he still has that music?
Listen, I think I've heard multiple versions of this, and I know I'm not imagining it, but here it is. Thoughts on that, Harper?
That's fucking bad, dude. Especially for 1993 or whatever year this is.
92. I mean, it's almost 93.
Yeah, god damn. Even if you are a good family man, and there's nothing wrong with that, I think we need more family men. By the way, shit's going. Would you want to, like, I'm a family man fucking music, bro?
The lyrics are awful, the music is terrible, and everything is worse. It's just, yeah. Anyway,
it's
every something from like Adult Swim.
Yeah,
it's
It's a
Go
rib,
ahead.
right?
Yeah, right.
I don't know if it's a rib or if as much as he had to have that because of Bonnie.
Oh, no.
The fucking passive.
Whoa.
Look,
whoa,
hold on.
Whoa,
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Dude, fuck that, bruh. Could you imagine?
Maybe so.
No, dude.
But we
Fuck all
need
that
you to
shit,
find a
dude.
more constructive way to voice your opinion.
No,
and your
fuck
criticism.
that, bruh. You see, here's the thing. Wrestling is his life, not her fucking life. Wrestling has nothing to do with her. Nothing. So you.
We didn't say that's where you. We didn't say that's where you ran into a problem. You ran into a problem when you were attacking her with your words in such a violent manner.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Look,
you better be playing that Family Man music. Don't be coming out to some hard rock and stuff.
Don't get those bitches excited.
Yeah, shit sounds like something like Bible Man would come out too.
So I have some questions here, Mike.
Oh God.
I'm looking for Family Man lyrics because I want to read them to Harper because they're so bad.
Read them, bro.
I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them right now. I'm like, I can't find them.
I got a few questions here.
Go ahead as I'm looking for that.
When does Hogan come in?
90.
Oh, that's not till 94, huh?
Right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think it's 94. Him and Macho show. Then Macho shows up and.
Okay, so what I'm about to say is through thinking of that. Man, Nitro gets a lot of love, and it was great for what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But they act like there weren't good matches on Saturday night. This is a hell of a matchup right here.
Yeah, this is great, man. This is two great wrestlers here.
But we act like, before Nitro, it was just squash matches. And it was for a long time, don't get me wrong. And the show was better when they did that, by the way. But these are kick-ass matches that we're seeing lately and this week. And this is top shelf main event stuff. Just wanted to point that out.
It is.
You know, Crockett has told me numerous times, and Mikey and DFW have told me numerous times, when Nitro starts and Nitro, quote unquote, becomes the A show and Saturday night is supposedly the B, or in later years, the C show, there's still a lot of gold on Nitro. On Saturday night. I can remember watching Saturday night well into the mid 90s and beyond, even when Nitro was a thing.
Oh yeah,
I'd be like, oh, Saturday night's on. Let's watch it before we go out. Yeah.
Blair had the title, and he was cutting promos on Savage, and he was saying stuff, and he had Woman and Elizabeth there, and he was talking about driving up to his house and all kinds of shit.
Well, when Nitro starts,
that goddamn Starship Enterprise fucking deal. It's
oh boy,
with the smoke and everything.
Yeah. When Nitro starts, it's only an hour, so like.
So here, let me put this in
Saturday night was a 2-hour like really good show even then. So Nitro starts, but Nitro might technically be a show, but nah.
This is what I'm saying to you. So everybody slobs all over Nitro because the first match was Pillman and Liger. But tonight's episode, the first match is Pillman and Steamboat.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I mean, the thing that made Nitro so different was like, especially when it was an hour, you got like 4 definite competitive matches.
100%.
At least that's how I remember it. Whereas Saturday night, you got 2 hours, so you got innings you got to eat up.
It's not as black and white, like flipping a light switch, as it's presented sometimes to us.
Totally agree. I mean, Harper, were you still watching Saturday night into the Nitro years?
Oh yeah, it was, dude. I was still watching that. That's when you saw like the smaller NWO guys get some wins.
And even before that, like, you just would get like competitive, decent matches, and you'd see some decent promos. And dude, I remember Harlem Heat on Saturday night all the time during that era. At least it felt like it.
So can you?
I was watching all wrestling. I remember on that channel, some Fox Sports channel or something.
Yeah,
they would have Worldwide.
Prime. It was Prime Network.
Around.
It was Prime, the Prime Network, Prime Sports, and Worldwide came on there, and there was another show on there too, if I remember correctly. But yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
1 hour long. I remember Dusty hosting it too with oh God, the name's slipping me at this point. But
Chris Cruz?
Yeah. Not just Chris Cruz. Someone else he hosted it with too. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'd watch that. Boy, I'd watch the piss out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that was a time period where you
wrestling, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, you didn't get AEW?
No. But this is the other thing I was going to say. Nowadays, you can get wrestling on demand whenever time of day it was. Back then, you had set times. If you missed that goddamn window, you weren't getting another chance until another few days later. So you were going to catch it when it was on. What else were you about to ask before I read these Steamboat lyrics?
Go ahead.
All right. So, Harper, you listening?
Yeah.
These are just excerpts that I found on the internet. It says, loves his wife and son and does the best he can. The only wrestler who's not hard to understand. Ricky Steamboat the Dragon. I'm not saying that women don't fall all over him, but he don't give in. He's a family man.
Sounds like Doc.
It sounds like both of us, but we ain't professional wrestlers on national TV trying to bring the women into the arenas.
Imagine being that singer. Be like, okay, so we're doing a song. Yeah, this is the lyrics. Wait, what? What is this?
The guy who did it wrote this shit, like all the songs on here, and this was all his like creation.
Man, this is bad, dude.
It's
He's
ass.
a family man.
It's ass.
He's president of the PTA, and he loves the USA and God and Christmas, and he drives an American sedan, and he says, "Yes, ma'am, it's Ricky Steamboat,
the family man."
Here's the thing, and I'm not even half shit yet. What you just wrote was better than what that guy wrote. Okay, so I don't understand why Steamboat just sits in the figure four forever, and then all of a sudden when he's out of it, he no-sells it all, and then just kicks Pillman's ass and beats him.
That was my problem with this match.
Yeah.
Like the finish makes no sense. He's selling the figure four. The figure four is broken up by Pee Wee Anderson because Pillman is using the ropes. Pillman then goes for the figure four again, and he's about to get it on him, and this looks terrible. Watch it, Harper. Like, Steamboat attempts to look like cradle Pillman. So while this match wasn't bad, the finish was, what the hell was that? Look at this.
Whoa. All right.
It's like watching old people fuck.
I know.
Okay.
You're not in.
Is it in?
So
is it in?
That was the finish.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
That wasn't good.
Watch Nitro.
Yeah, we should watch the Worldwide.
And he's hugging some
It's here.
kid.
Let's get
Slam
that.
Jam, Volume 1.
404-885-7174. Okay.
Okay. Remember when we called the Smoky Mountain number that time and it during the show and it didn't? It was a disconnected line.
I remember one of the businesses we read reviews on that was still in business.
That's
the Super 8.
The hotel.
Super 8. Doc said, "Hold on, there's yellow stains on the towels and on the walls. What is wrong with you, wrestlers?" All right. Let's keep moving. Any other thoughts on the finish, Doc, as we move along? We go to Larry Zbyszko and Jim Ross, who throw us to a preview of Starrcade 92, and they're previewing specifically Muta versus Chono at Starrcade, for the NWA World Title. Doc, did you have any thoughts on this video package, which back in '92 would have actually been extremely cool to see?
That's what I said, is that, man, in '92, I would have loved the shit out of seeing this, because it's something you would see about in magazines every once in a while, but you don't really know much about it.
Right. Something different.
Yep, something different.
I mean, this is something that's really dumb, but just looking at the turnbuckles,
the mat,
and how
different.
Right.
Just I'm noticing all that stuff. Like, how's it different than what we do?
You see Dusty in the front row right there?
Well,
He's checking it. He's making
Look.
sure that
Oh, yeah.
everything
Right,
goes
right of the
okay.
screen. He's in the center of the
He's sitting
screen now.
next to Watts, isn't he?
That's Watts. It sure is. Stupid ass looking
AI
Watts.
motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
I'm here on time. All right, you happy?
Right. Hey, if AI Watts was the reason Harper was on time tonight, we need more AI Watts. He is the man of law and order.
So Chono is the NWA World Champion, and he will be taking on Muda at Starrcade 92. From there, we go to Too Cold Scorpio versus Danny Deese. Doc, I'll throw to
Danny
you.
Deese looks like Boudreaux.
I'm trying to get to him.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a cross between Greg Valentine and Boudreaux.
We've talked about him before
I
with
don't
that.
remember it. I don't believe you.
Come on.
He looks like the other Nature Boy. Was it
Paul Lee?
Yeah, Paul Lee.
No, he looks like a fat Buddy Landell.
He does. Hey,
Look
I
at
got a
him.
question.
Sure.
And I'm trying not to be a dick here. I'm curious, Mike. We're trying to break down cultural barriers.
Oh,
Would you classify Too Cold dancing as a New Jack style?
I'd classify it as something that you do in 1992.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't
on
that New Jack?
TBS.
I'm not a dance.
I mean, what's that mean, New Jack style?
I don't know
Right,
the
I'm
music.
not
I thought the music had kind of a New Jack feel to it. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That was a movie. New
But
Jack
they had
City.
music. I hate it so much.
Scorpio with a moonsault onto fat Buddy Landell, Danny Deese on the floor.
That was a hell of a move, and it was called a high risk maneuver on the.
Good stuff.
I
Anything
need
else,
you to
Doc?
play the audio of 1728.
Oh shoot, we're right up on it. So hold on. Let me hit play. Here it is.
Red baseline by Too Cold. Suplex outside, back in. This man will be entered in the Battle Bowl. And will his name be one of the 11 drawn on Monday, December the 28th in the Omni at Starrcade? Ooh. Tremendous forearm smash.
Did we get it?
No, I don't know. I might have been before that.
All right. Let's see.
Body on the line with a high-risk offense. And there's nothing else like it that I have ever seen in WCW. What an offensive competitor is Too Cold Scorpio. He flies backwards.
All right, we just looped it.
Oh, I know what I had there. Man, the crowd was chanting along with him. He's got the kids in the crowd hooked.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I would imagine some of it is that he's a brother, and there's a lot of the brothers, little young brothers come to the show, but also I believe it's that style. They haven't seen that.
Oh yeah. He's something new and different.
He looks like them. He's flying like crazy. They're onto something with him on the show.
Center stage during this era, there's a lot of kids there. It's going to be like that in 93 as well. And they're going to be loud for the stuff that they really like Scorpio. They'll be quiet at times too, but the stuff like Scorpio, Sting, I know that's going to make you mad, Doc, but there are quite a few of the baby faces that they are going to lose. Ron Simmons, obviously, they'll lose their stuff for. And they were loud for this. I mean, and you could see it's a lot of kids in there.
Yeah.
But they're packing it out. I mean, yeah, look at that little kid. Look at the little white kid in the right corner. He's dancing.
Hell yeah.
That's Harper, man. That probably wasn't Harper was too old back then. Look at him, dude. He comes about to break it down. Look at him.
Drop the
Dude,
hero.
he's breaking it down.
Zero.
That's right.
All right. Any other thoughts on it?
For people who think that the world's coming to an end, there was a time when Vanilla Ice was culturally relevant. Go,
Well,
white
we'll
boy,
keep
go,
going.
white boy, go.
Yeah.
JR and Larry Zbyszko in the next segment talk about Sting and Vader for the King of Cable at Starrcade, and they throw to a video package hyping up their match at Starrcade. In the middle of the video of the copy we have, at some point, I don't know if you noticed, Doc, but someone must have been about to tape over or tape the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because
God.
so in the middle of the copy we have, we all of a sudden see the Fresh Prince just cut in for a second
That
with
must be a
Alvin the
commercial. Yeah.
That is a commercial, and then it
Alvin and the
cuts out. Wow, it just hit me. Harper thought he was about to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks, but he was getting the Chippendales.
Well, if we're Alvin and the Chipmunks, I'm Alvin.
Did you
You're the
say
leader, right?
Chickmunks?
He did.
Yeah, it's the Chipmunks.
Okay.
He does that on purpose, dude. I'm
Well,
convinced of it now.
Him and Brian Adias.
Him and Brian Adias in their Buckies.
Yeah.
At the
I'll
Buc-
get
down
some
at
of
the
those
Buc-
pork rinds.
Let's go down to the Buckies, get a cup of coffee, and sit in the cafe.
Yeah.
I don't hate that place,
I
but
don't
I
either.
kind of do.
I do too.
I don't understand what it's like they're going to Disney World and everyone's got to tag themselves there and take a picture with the fucking thing in front, the little chickmunk thing. Who gives
that's
a
chicks.
fuck?
That's chicks. I'm just talking about when you're navigating kids across the country, a clean bathroom goes a long way to expediting your trip.
Yeah, but when you go in there, it's like you're in the mall in the 80s
Oh, yeah.
on Christmas Eve, bruh.
Dude, I'm glad you said that. Harper, if I'm on the road and it's just me, I ain't stopping there.
Oh, hell
no.
But if the wife is with me and either one of the kids or both, I got to stop there or I'm not going to hit the end of it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep the show moving. We're going to go to Tony Schiavone now.
If I'm by myself, I'm looking for a NASCAR pit crew to
Bruh.
manage my stop in 8.3 seconds so that I can get back on the road.
You have no idea when I drive to New Orleans in that long-ass drive. I'm stopping one time. It ain't for no more than 10 minutes, and I'm back on the road.
Hey, if I'm driving that far and there's not a lot of people on the road, I'm cutting to the inside lane in every curve that I can to try to shave off time and get there faster.
Let's go now
That's a
to
shoot.
Rick Rude, who's being interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Paul Orndorff is with him, along with Medusa, and they're in front of the fake, but maybe not fake lockers. Here it is.
Welcome back to WCW Saturday Night. Still to come, one of our two big main events. Dustin Rhodes and Ron Simmons against two men that the world champion knows very well. Ravishing Rick Rude, U.S. champion, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
That's exactly right. You know, Ravishing Rick Rude and Mr. Wonderful, we aren't afraid to cross over that line. And Dustin Rhodes, you're coming out there with a half an arm. You got a hand that's hurt, and you know something, Ron Simmons? You know what Ravishing Rick Rude did to you last time with that pile driver right on that cement. Well, after tonight, you might not be able to be in the Battle Bowl. No, Paul. Ron Simmons will make it to Starrcade. I've already exposed the weakness, the badly damaged shoulder. Now all the pieces will fall into place. Systematically, I take apart the champ limb by limb. So come Starrcade 92, Ron Simmons, the All-American, will be easy pickings, and I will be the next WCW World Champion. All right, baby.
Tag team action as we go back to the ring.
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes, but they're setting up Starrcade, so I thought it was good. Doc, your thoughts?
My exact notes. These are two badasses, and this was meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
And I don't
For
say
the
that
reason-
derogatory because there's very few things I like better than meat and potatoes.
Harper, the reason I said lockers maybe not fake, but maybe fake is because last week we literally saw Barry Windham open one of the doors and put something in it.
Yeah, that don't mean they're real. I'll still say they're fake. That's
Earth is
bullshit.
flat too, isn't it?
Right. Like they're in the same locker room every time. What a coincidence.
And they're on the road when they're doing a pay-per-view or a clash. The same locker room in a different building.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. All right.
Can I get 25? Can I get 2513, please?
Is it audio you want to hear?
No. Do we get some JBB dick dancing?
JBB. Oh, Johnny B. Bad. Let's see. What was he doing? The salsa?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Kind of.
I didn't know. It was hard to tell.
Well, yeah.
He's all right.
I gotta ask Harper. We've talked about this dude before, Harper. This Chris Sullivan guy. What? How do you describe his hairdo?
That guy looks like he's
got the thinning on top, but the ponytail in the back.
Man, that's a poor bastard. Actually feel sorry for him.
All right.
I mean, look at that guy.
Johnny B. Bad shoots off his... Johnny B. Bad shoots out his glitter cannon.
Everything about him, it's like local bar. The guy that's in every local bar, where the fuck you're from. There's a guy like him.
I could see that dude if you put a suit on him being like a casino dealer too.
Oh yeah.
Like he looks like he would be a casino dealer, no doubt in my mind. All right, Doc, any thoughts on this match?
No, I had none. It was quick and didn't have much about it, but
yeah, pretty quick. So we're gonna get Bagwell with a drop kick and an elbow, and then all four guys end up in the ring, and Bagwell hits his fisherman suplex on Sullivan, and Bagwell and Bad are going to win by pin. I can't remember how much longer it's going to be, but at some point we're going to see Bagwell and Scorpio tagging mainly together, but I can't remember how much further it is, but we'll see it. From there, we get a promo from Johnny B. Bad and Cactus Jack, and Bad talks about tagging at Battle Bowl with Cactus, and Cactus wants to iron out the wrinkles before Starrcade so that Bad doesn't cost him a chance at winning Battle Bowl. I don't really have anything else much from it, Doc. Did you have anything?
Seemed like a reasonable request to me. Use the advantage of already knowing who your partner is to get the wrinkles ironed out.
I still think it's weird that they've announced 2 teams and that's it, and they're just leaving the rest for Starrcade. But whatever, we'll talk about that.
Whatever, man. Especially with the teams they announced, it'll be like, well, maybe we should announce something that would sell some tickets. Nah, let's announce these teams.
So then we go to Starrcade Control Center with Jim Ross, and we get the traditional quick promos. We hear from Rude talking about Simmons. Then we hear Sting talking about Vader, and then Vader, who wants to humiliate Sting. Pretty meat and potatoes and pretty quick. Doc, any thoughts?
No.
All right, I got to get to this next, because this promo from Barry Windham is not going to be up there with what is greatest of all time, but this dude just sounds real to me. So let's go to Windham and Pillman, who are tagging together at Starrcade. Here that is.
Welcome back to WCW Saturday Night. I'm standing here with Brian Pillman, Barry Windham, 2 men that at Starrcade 92 will be facing the Unified World Tag Team Champions, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Shane Douglas. And Barry, I know a little later on the night you're going to be going one-on-one with one half of the Unified Champion, Shane Douglas.
That's exactly right, Shane Douglas. I've got a man right here in my corner that I can count on, and you're going to get a taste tonight of exactly what you're going to get at Starrcade, pal, because you and Steamboat are going to step in that ring, and I guarantee you this man right here, when the going gets tough, he'll beat your brains out, and I'll be there to cover you.
Well, you've just heard the comments from Barry Windham. A little later on the night, this man will face Shane Douglas. Fans, let's go to the ring.
Yeah.
I just think Barry's just such a great heel. I mean, it's not an all-time great promo, but I thought it was really good. It's just the smugness, the arrogance. I just love Barry Windham as a heel. Doc, any thoughts?
Hard to argue with any of that.
Yeah. Good
just
shit,
so good.
Man.
Doesn't have to be too difficult. It just needs to be effective.
You know, I haven't played this in a while, but I think it's kind of worth it. So, you know, just remember this, guys.
It ain't that fucking hard, guys. We ain't building a rocket. We're getting guys over in a fake fucking business.
Kevin Sullivan sounds a lot more coherent back then than he does now, but that's just my thoughts.
Okay.
All right, we go We got Cactus Jack versus Scott Allen, Doc. Another quick one. Any thoughts?
Man, we need to. Well, first of all, Cactus's music is bad too, but 3832 gets a what the fuck.
Is it? So first, he's got to throw him out there, get him out the ring.
Yes.
So we're gonna see
and then
that
he's
here.
going
He
to
throws
do
him out.
something that should hurt everybody's grandchildren that are watching.
Uh-oh.
Watch
All
this, Harper.
My spine screams when he does that leg drop on the floor.
Fuck that.
For Scott Allen.
Well, that's Cactus, man. He's gonna put his body on the line. You know, that actually wasn't too bad. I mean, it could have been worse. He didn't do the elbow drop.
I don't know.
What I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
guess.
but-
I mean, I don't know. That looks.
Yeah, his ass just landed perfectly on there.
Ugh.
Harper, his ass just landed perfectly on there.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I want to fuck my tailbone up. Watch.
For real.
And then he wins rather easily with the double arm DDT. Doc, from there, we're going to go to Up Close and Personal with Ron Simmons, who's interviewed by Tony Schiavone. It's a pretty lengthy promo. I have a question. When did Ron Simmons become Captain Ron with the hat on?
That was a movie.
My first
that?
note was Captain Ron. What's with that hat? You and I need to just pick one of us to take notes from now on because we're starting to think too much alike.
Well, so what movie are you talking about, Harper? Let me ask you that before I recap this promo.
It was Captain Ron.
Yeah, there was some bad 80s movie, wasn't it?
I think it was the 90s with what's his name?
Good old what's his name?
With Kurt Russell, right?
I don't know.
Come on.
Come on, what? I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm too busy watching wrestling.
All
It
right.
came out in 1992.
There you go, 1992, just like this, Captain Ron.
Yeah, Kurt Russell and Martin
Goldie
Short.
Hawn. Oh,
Yeah.
that was Overboard. Never mind.
Yeah.
So, in this very lengthy Up Close and Personal, Tony questions the x-ray that Rude showed last week on the show showing Simmons having an injured shoulder. And I can't remember what Ron said, but Ron said, you know, I need to credit Rude. He's a great wrestler. And, you know, the Rude Awakening is a legit finisher. And Simmons says that loss was different in the tag match because they had a tag match where Simmons was pinned, and Simmons is addressing that in this promo. But the Starrcade match, to Ron's point, is one-on-one. And Simmons says, you know, he didn't talk about the injury to his shoulder because he's not a crybaby, and it's his job to fight and not cry over spilled milk. So I thought they did a good job continuity-wise of Ron's like, yeah, I was hurt, but I'm not trying to make excuses. So whatever. He showed y'all the x-ray. So be it. Yeah, I'm a little injured, but that don't mean nothing. I'm still going to Starrcade for this one-on-one matchup to do business. So I thought it was actually pretty good. It's just very lengthy as they told the story. But these Up Close and Personal segments, they aren't bad. It's just a little different when it's Ron and it's just kind of monotone. This was nowhere near as bad as that Dr. Death one. That made no sense, though. Doc, did that summarize it pretty well? Did you have any additional thoughts?
I think so. And once again, Ron comes off as a credible champion.
That hat, dude.
It's terrible.
I know. I was mesmerized by the hat. I'm like, why does he have a captain's hat on?
It's like he's wearing the shit that Janet Jackson wore in fucking Rhythm Nation video.
We are
That was well before this, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When did Rhythm Nation come out?
90.
So wasn't that
Probably about 2-3 years prior to
Janet
this.
Jackson.
wasn't that like
Rhythm
90 or 91?
Something like that.
Nation. Rhythm Nation came out in. Wait, that can't be right. 89?
God,
so.
dang.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought I was gonna say 90, but no. 89. So it was that was 3 years ago at this point.
Time's away from us now.
Bruh. You ain't lying. That's Harper saying. I know what we forgot to talk about. Harper, the coyote at IHOP.
Oh, yeah, they had a hot Spanish broad there.
Spanish broad? Was she from Spain?
No, she was a Latina.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that's wrong then. Okay. What she look like?
Like a hot Latina.
All right.
And Mike couldn't stop staring at her.
No, she walked by and I go, that's a coyote right there. And
let me tell you something. Trouble, bro. Like 10 years ago, that shit would have got my ass in trouble, bro.
Bro, Harper does not have an inside voice. When I said that, he goes, bruh, you ain't lying. Loud as can be. Yeah. I was like, that would have got you in trouble, huh? Yeah, bro. 10 years ago, I'm dead.
Real old, dude.
I eat rabbits. I don't want this kibble. All right, let's continue the show. We go to the next match. It is a big one. It's Barry Windham versus Shane Douglas. Before the match, they show a replay of Barry attacking Douglas at the Clash with a chair. That's when we first started questioning those damn lockers. There it is. There it is. I don't know, Harper. They look like the same lockers, but I can't tell. Anyway, we see the attack. This leads to a Steamboat chant. And once we get to the match. But anyway, let me go to you, Doc. What do you have from Windham versus Douglas?
Once again, this would be, if we were doing this would be a Nitro quality match for what's going on for sure. It was a good hot start. They got after it. Here's my next question. How long do we have to go before Austin and Pillman are the Hollywood Blondes?
So they kind of, I don't think they did this on purpose or it was an accident. I remember them like tagging and it was almost like a tease.
Yeah.
But they officially don't become known as the Hollywood Blondes until like March. And I think it's like late March, middle of March next year. Because spoiler alert, they're going to win the belts, obviously. If you haven't seen those pictures, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's 30 years ago.
Okay.
So, but they're not going to be known as that for quite a few more months.
So my thought on this was, I really like the Windham idea of Windham and Pillman versus Douglas and Steamboat. I'm interested. I'm in. I want to see what happens. But man, I do miss Gordy and Williams and the Steiners.
Yeah, bro, you ain't lying, dude.
Some big bastards that want to just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it really threw the tag team division in disarray. Because this is this is the outcome of that. You got a singles match with Barry and Douglas, and it's, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a butterfly effect if the Steiners never leave and Gordy and Williams are still here. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're still, we talked, it's been a month or so since we talked about them, like, just in damage control mode where they're just trying to book it on the fly and just get by. I mean, they're still kind of going through that with these four guys out there. I mean, they're still trying to figure it out after all the people that are gone are no longer here.
Yeah.
Tag-wise. But this wasn't bad. I mean, Pillman comes out, and that leads to a Steamboat chant, and then Steamboat does come out to even the odds and whatnot. Meanwhile, in the ring, Douglas and Barry are beating the piss out of each other.
I thought this was better than the first match with the other two guys.
Yeah. I had a note right here, this power slam. Douglas isn't a big dude. He just power slams Barry here. It looks pretty damn good.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one. There is a big belly to back by Windham at 49, about 45. Doc, I'm going along like you don't have timestamps. You got anything?
I don't have anything from this match, but I thought this was a really, really good match.
So here it is. Barry just, bam. God, that's a good bump. So they're going back and forth through the whole thing, and I credit them. There's heat here because of what happened at the Clash, so obviously it's good stuff. So here we go to the finish. Pillman is going to grab Douglas's boot as Douglas is hitting the ropes. Barry then hits Douglas and throws him over the top rope. Steamboat and Pillman are then brawling on the outside of the ring. Barry kicks Douglas with a big boot on the outside and rolls Douglas back in. And Barry with a big elbow drop, and then Barry pins Douglas as Steamboat chases Pillman away. By the time Steamboat realizes what's going on and can get back to the ring, the match is over. So Barry Windham picks up a win on Shane Douglas here, and I got no problem with it because crowd was into it, and it makes sense. Barry's a big bastard. I don't think Douglas loses anything from this, so I thought it was a decent finish for free TV. Doc, thoughts?
That all of that, and it sets us up well for their tag team match. Because Steamboat won. If Douglas wins, then why are we? I mean, they beat them both. What's the fuck?
Right. Fuck that.
Good,
yeah.
Good point.
Can't
it's a good
have that.
point. Yeah, so it leaves something to, all right, well, man, what's going to happen when they do battle for the belts?
Right.
The belts that aren't unified. Right.
We'll deal with that later.
Yeah, Harper, as Harper said, I thought they were unified. Well, there's two sets. They are unified, but not. But anyway, let's go now to Barry Windham and Brian Pillman after the match. They're with Larry Zbyszko in his tie with a coffee cup on it or something like that. Here that is.
Tell you people the truth. I believe in my heart that I am standing next to the new unified tag team champions of the world.
You are absolutely right, Larry. It's academic. Who could have a doubt anywhere in their mind after watching BW and Flying Brian dismantle Steamboat and Shane in singles competition? And what a great spectacle Starrcade is going to be when Barry and I are crowned new World Tag Team Champions. As you can see, I knew what the odds were from the onset here. There was no 3-on-1 situation, Dustin Rhodes and Shane Douglas and Rick Steamboat. Your days are numbered. I've got a man right here I can count on, and he's tough as nails, and he eats glass for breakfast. And we're going to come into Starrcade with one thing in mind. Those World Tag Team Championships. And pals, you better polish them up and take a lot of pictures of them because they belong to me now.
We'll be right back after this.
Good promo. Doc, thoughts?
It reminds me of the old days when we would talk some shit and strut and cut, dude.
Yeah.
You better polish up them belts because we're going to take him. And he's fucking holding Pillman by the face and just, he seems like he means this shit. What a concept.
I can't wait till Flair comes back and they kind of take it back to the studio days with semi-lengthy promos.
What these guys talk.
Dude, Flair would get out there in the studio and Tech Wood for 4 and 5 minutes straight. Don't you wrap me up, pal.
Don't you wrap me up.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you just have the ultimate control. All right. We are then thrown to Rick Rude, Paul Orndorff versus Ron Simmons and Dustin Rhodes. We see another replay of Simmons being pile driven on the floor by Rude. Doc, they really only start this with like 7 minutes to go left in TV time. So it wasn't going to be a long match, even though we got 4 pretty heavy hitters out here. What did you have from this one?
Again, another match of main event quality. So this used to happen before Nitro. That's the thing I'm concentrated on tonight. But also, man, first of all, these are all big, tough bastards. But I am unequivocally, absolutely not messing with Paul Orndorff. I mean, I ain't messing with none of them, let's be clear, but Orndorff is just a haul, man. He's a big, I don't know.
He's just one of them old timers that looks tough.
Yeah.
So is Rude, though.
I love this collar and elbow here with Ron Simmons and Rude. That's why I rewound it. Just the way Rude just tosses. I'm sorry, the way Simmons tosses Rude off of him. I don't know. I just love that. It ain't that hard, guys. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a good night.
Yeah, it is. Like, they had a lot of really competitive matches. And even this one, like I said, they started with like 7 minutes of TV time, and the match ends up only going like 5.5 minutes. It's not very long at all, but
this needed more time.
Yes and no. Like, I feel like they got the point across because like there was Shenanigans and Ron took the pin last week, but it was a whole bunch of shenanigans. The pile driver on the floor, and even then, they still needed help to beat him. It wasn't really a clean victory, even though it was a 1-2-3. So they go into this one, and I feel like Ron kind of gets his quote-unquote win back, even though it's in a tag match, and he makes the heels, and Dustin does too, but they make the heels look weak, is kind of like what I felt I got out of this. I mean, they just didn't, they didn't look like they were powerhouses or anything against the babies here. I mean, it could have used more time. I don't disagree. I just think it served its purpose, I guess is what I'm looking for.
I didn't hate it.
Anything else before I go to the finish? Well, go ahead, Harper. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm just watching wrestling, Mike. I don't know what,
Well, we'll go to the finish here. There's a hot tag made to Simmons, but the ref doesn't see it, and we are down to 10 seconds with all four guys fighting in the ring. JR says, we're out of time. We will show you what happens tomorrow on the main event. So, luckily,
I can tell you
what
bothered me about this. That shit used to happen to me all the time as a kid, and I never had money to go see the resolution of this shit, so I never knew what happened in the big matches. And in 2024, we have technology, so that shit doesn't happen to me anymore. And it frustrated me when it happened to me here. It brought me back to being a kid. Like, damn it.
Yeah, so if you're watching the video version, it says, see the conclusion of this match on WCW main event tomorrow at 6:05.
No, I want to see it right now. This is 2024. I need everything right now.
Right.
Through the means, it is BS. Through the means of technology, they cut to it. I looked it up.
I don't want to see anymore. I'm mad.
Okay. Dustin does eventually make the hot tag to Simmons, and all four guys end up fighting in the ring. And Simmons and Dustin win via DQ because Rude threw Simmons over the top rope, and the ref saw it. And so Simmons and Rhodes, even after the fact, even after the DQ, they clear the ring. So we really didn't miss a ton of things that were important other than the faces. Well, I guess we did. The faces end up looking really, really strong. So it was a good finish for the faces. But I am kind of with you, Doc. Boy, back then, like, I don't really know if you could explain to a young person today how pissed off this would have made you. Like, you'd have been pissed off to the highest levels of pisstivity. That they cut your,
I'm
cut
sitting there
the
going,
match.
Hold on. More.
Yep. And you got to tune in tomorrow night to find out what happens.
Fuck, I got shit to do tomorrow night. I'm not going to be in your cable, and my mom has me doing some shit. We got to go to Aunt Gladys's house. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm never going to know what happened in this match. There's never going to be a resource available to me where I can go look up who won this match.
Dude, even if you could, it would be potentially, unless they showed the results next week, you might not know for weeks and months how this ended.
God damn.
I'd just walk away. Fuck it.
Bro, we had it bad. Dude, these kids don't know how good they have it.
You had to watch it then and there. I remember Randy's mom coming outside saying, Randy, Alf is on. Like, okay.
Alf? Oh, yeah.
Alf.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we got to rate it and hand out a Rolex. But before you do so, we got a message from AI Jim Ross. Here it is.
It's almost time to rate this show and hand out the Rolex or Toot Toot Award. Before the fellas do that, don't forget to become a BTT Patreon member by going to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. When you sign up, you'll get tons of extra shows. There are 400 plus Patreon shows, including video versions of the main shows, the world-class shows with Lance and Mike, the NWA Legacy cast with Sparks and the Lil Fella Half Pint, and the ECW shows with Mike Prue, Rick Beebe, and JV. Don't sleep on the JV Goon Squad. Those guys are great, too. Additionally, Mike and Doc have covered many episodes of Dark Side of the Ring and Tales from the Territories on Vice. You'll also get reviews of all of the Clash of the Champions specials up until where the guys are currently at, and all of the WCW pay-per-views as well through this current time period. All of that and much more for just a few bucks a month. Don't wait. Sign up now and get all of that sweet extra audio gold from the best damn Outlaw Mud Show podcast on the planet.
All right, Doc. So time to rate it. Hand out that Toot Toot Award.
Man, I thought this was a good episode. A-.
Yeah, this was good.
What you giving it, Harper? You say A-?
Yeah.
All right. I'm giving it an A.
There you go.
Doc, Toot Toot Award.
Man, I really like the run he's on. Let me have Barry Windham.
I'm going to go Barry as well. I thought he was really good, and he's really about to be on a hell of a run. No spoilers, though, for people who don't know. All right. Harper, who gets your Toot Toot Award?
I give mine to Paul.
Paul? You go to high school with him?
Yeah, Paul Orndorff.
Okay. That's right. We ain't seen Paul Lee, have we?
No, he played for the Saints.
Watts is, yeah, Orndorff did. A lot of people don't know that. Watts.
Just learned something.
I knew that. I didn't learn anything.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did, asshole. I actually don't think he played in the regular season.
No, but he did buy Buc-ee's in Baton Rouge.
People are going to be looking that up.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. That's great. Well, that wraps up the review portion of this. And Harper, like I said, hold your thoughts about the AI stuff, because remember when you said you were going to start taking questions and whatnot, and $5 a question? All right, well, AI Jim Ross, not the real Jim Ross, has a message about that.
Harper's crying broke after AI Bill Watts fined him $69,000 and banned the Coyote. And we keep hearing that you all want Harper to answer questions on the main show. Harper is ready to take your questions. Grab a pen and paper, because here comes some directions. If you want your question or questions answered, first send Harper $5 per question to his PayPal at cc30388cc@yahoo.com. After you send Harper that sweet, sweet cheddar, email your question or questions to Chris Harper, 16wildcat@gmail.com. That's Wildcat with a K. And BookingTheTerritory@gmail.com. Also, make sure you state in your email what your name is and what your PayPal address is that you sent the money from. Remember, one question per $5. Kids, get your parents' permission before sending your cheddar and emailing your questions. Lastly, if you missed the PayPal or email addresses, check the show notes and description for the details.
See, Harper? And the show, so we're a couple weeks ahead. The show where we first brought that up is airing this week, so we'll see if you start getting some of that cheddar in the mail. Yeah,
we're getting sued. Because in that case, you just say this is from Hulk Hogan, this is from Ric Flair,
Harper,
from anybody.
This
is from the president.
Oh God, that would be funny. That would be hilarious. If we weren't in no politics zone or politics free zone, I might just do that. I would. Oh man. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, that would be great. That would be good. All right, Doc. Any other thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
I feel like we've done it again. Tony has done it again.
What does that mean?
You don't remember that song from Tony?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't.
You don't remember them?
I very much remember the group. I had numerous CDs of theirs.
Oh, I thought they had a song that said Tony has done it again. Well, regardless, we've done it again.
We do it again a lot.
I'm tired.
All right. Well, Harper, any other thoughts before you hit the tagline and we get out of here?
No.
All right, well, hit the tagline and let's roll.
Book it, biatch.
Congratulations on making it to the end of this week's show. Don't forget to send your comments about what the guys discussed tonight to Luke Hawks on Facebook and on Twitter or X or whatever the piss they call it now. The rumor is Luke likes answering BTT fan mail. Also, do the guys a solid by liking the show's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. And don't forget to like and retweet or repost the show on all social media platforms. Lastly, become a BTT patron member where you get tons of extra shows. You can join at tinyurl.com/BTT Patreon. Until next week, so long, everybody.